Hello Aries, thank you for joining me again. Thank you for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you are new, welcome to my channel. So in the first house we have water element sensing. The first house is everything to do with yourself, your physical body. It's also your appearance, your vitality. It's your sort of observable characteristics and your personality. So what other people see when they see you. It's also what you're projecting outwards. So what you are actually sending out into the world in your manner. So how you are moving your way through the world, your personal independence, and just yourself, your physical body, and also yourself, what you're projecting outwards. So with water element sensing coming in, this is bringing in an element of what it's saying to you is that it's in between various types of activity that are going on at the moment. You may need to just take a break, have some me time, go with your senses right now, just rest, dream and plan at this time. Because this is kind of a pause energy. It's not a you may just need to pause periodically before taking action in certain ways. So just take time to spend me time in between all the activities and things that are going on, because that's going to help you focus. You're going to be highly sensitive at this time to everything that's going on. Just be aware that you need to put your boundaries in place, keep your boundaries in place, because people may try to take advantage of you during this time. You may have periods of low energy where you just need to rest, and your compassionate nature may be coming through at this time, and people may try to take advantage of that. It's also a time to flow around any obstacles that may be in your way at this time. So just flow, go with the flow, follow your senses right now, your deep senses. It may not make logical sense how you're feeling, but just follow that. You may need to withdraw periodically, as I said. It's a very imaginative time. It's a very good time to be focusing on the arts and on meditation, and all kinds of artistic activities right now may be very helpful for you and assist you, just to take a break from other activities that may be going on. Then we have, in the second house, we have solar eclipse. I'm just going to put that there so you can see. There we go. Solar eclipse, which is coming into your second house. This is the house of your income that's coming in, whatever stream that's coming in for you. So it's your material and emotional resources, your self-worth. It's also your value systems, everything you value in yourself, what you value in others, and just in your possessions in general. So what you own, it's everything to do with ownership, and which also can come from income as well. So it can also be about land, property, real estate, anything like that. So with this card coming in, it is literally a revolution of some sort coming in for you. So the second house is normally your money house, but which is tied in, but also your self-worth and your values. But it's also going to be affecting your eighth house, which is also your house of bigger finance and other deeper emotional and relationship issues. And there's an eclipse in there. So you've got the sun solar eclipse here, and you've got the lunar eclipse in your eighth house. So big changes coming in from a monetary, I would say, a monetary point of view, and also to do with your self-worth, your values, what you value in your ownership, and also relationships around that as well. So so big change coming in. This is a complete rearrangement of some sort coming in for you. This is a much more quicker and more pronounced cycle, which forces you to be in the present. So some kind of event will occur, or something will occur, which will force you to focus on the present. Whereas the eighth house, where the lunar eclipse is happening, is a longer cycle. So with this coming in, this may have been something that you were aware of, and that's now coming to the fore for you to work on. But it will be sudden. It will be very swift. That's coming for you. So focus on the present and just take one step at a time. You may be feeling uncomfortable during the change process, but that's completely normal. So you may have to, with big changes coming in, it could be so swift that you have a complete rearrangement, as I said, and then you need to be making changes across the board. Or it could be that you are aware of this thing and you need to dive in and fix or change something. And when you do that, you're going to create something much, much better. So some kind of opportunity or some kind of option comes in for you, or it's something that you may be aware of you have to do, and now is the time. Now is it's a swift action. Some event will occur and you've really got to get in and fix and change it to create better. But it's swift. This card brings in endings and beginnings, so something will fall away and something will be created, or something will end and something will begin. It's kind of also like the familiar will end. So it could be just familiar ways that you have had of doing things, or it could be your normal stream of income is changing. Something will shift and you'll be going in a new direction. So the familiar makes way for the new. You could be breaking old patterns as well. This is very much a breaking old patterns card. It's a self-mastery card. And relocation may come in with this as well, however that plays out for you, because the second house does cover land, real estate, property, and so on. So something may be coming in. It's a change, a complete change coming in for you. So whether you're relocating to do with your work, or to do with your income, or to do with some other facet of your life, or it could be some relationship and therefore to affect your finances, something is going down to do with this. But as I say, we'll get to the 8th house later and see how that comes in for you. Then in the 3rd house we have Grand Trine blessings. So the 3rd house is the house of communication. This is all forms of communication, whether it's to specific people. This can be family members like aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and also neighbors, even general relatives. It can also be with people in your environment, as I said, in your general communications, or to a wider audience, because this is the house of communication. So this can be business related as well, or perhaps your brand, how you are getting your brand out there, how you are projecting and expressing yourself at this time. It's also the house of covering documents and contracts of all kinds. It's also the house of short trips, short journeys. So with Grand Trine blessings coming in, it is exactly that. It is bringing in a wonderful flow, a beautiful energy coming in for you, beautiful energy coming in. So this brings in harmony, good flow, sort of wholeness, and trust even. You may even be having a completion of some kind in this house. So something may be completing to enable a new thing to take off. It can also bring in euphoric feelings. So this could be all euphoric communications of some kind, or you could be receiving a really beautiful message or news of some kind coming in for you. So it could be a beautiful message or a breakthrough, some kind of wonderful, lovely flow of energy coming in. It can also be signaling contentment of some kind, so contentment in how you're communicating, or contentment with how things are going to do with a contract that perhaps you've been working on, or you could be getting a new opportunity or a new work opportunity coming in for you. But it's an opportunity coming in, and there's flow and sort of harmony coming in. Blocks are lifted at this time. So if you've had a troublesome period, you can expect a block of some kind to be lifted. Also good luck coming in, or just lucky circumstances. You could be really popular at this time. You could be projecting that. You could be socializing a lot. But throughout this energy, especially with the Grand Trine energy, you do have to harness the energies coming in. It can sometimes make you a little bit complacent, where you're enjoying the flow so much that you forget to actually anchor the really good energies that are coming in at this time. So just be aware of that. You do still need to work on it to anchor those energies and anchor the blessings that are coming in for you. So keep your eye on the prize. This is very much a right place, right time card as well, which does come up again for you later on in your chart. So relationships improve. This is new or existing. It could be a very supportive relationship coming in for you at this time, or it could be the maturing of one. So this could be a perfect mate coming in for you. If you're prepared to put in the work, if you're prepared to nurture this relationship, this could be a really perfect mate or a really perfect partnership in some way, or somebody who's, can really be supportive of you and help you at this time. You could also be very well received right now. This hence the popularity. So being well received, if you need to ask for finance in some way, this is where the documents and contracts come in. If you need to ask for finance, you'll be well received. Very good chance of getting that. Also, your talents and your artistry could be pronounced at this time. So you channel that in all forms of communication. Then in the 4th house, we have earth element stability. So this is your 4th house is the house of your house and home and family as in roots and foundations and so on. So with this card coming in, the 4th house being it could be a physical home, your actual physical structure, or it could be the actual place where you are residing right now, or your actual home or residence. But it can also be the atmosphere in the home and the people in the home. It can also be your relationship to your family. So this is your relationship to your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, and so on. So with earth element stability coming in, this is a card of it's bringing instability for you. You may have to face a test of some kind with this, but it's all about standing strong and being grounded no matter what is going on. Okay, so deeply rooted. You want to be deeply rooted at this time. You want to lay good foundations at this time. So stability coming, or stability is materializing for you. It's also about being practical about all these issues in the 4th house, exerting your wisdom at this time. But just be careful that you don't get stuck in old, outdated views or ways of doing things. Action in a new direction, or taking action for new things is going to be required at this time. So action is required to try new things, let go of stubborn or fixed mindsets which are not serving you anymore now. You need to let go of those and move forward. This is also a card of duty, so you may have some duties associated with how your home and your family at this time. But it's also very much a card of relaxation and sensuality. So there could be that going on in your home life at this time. You could be really enjoying those activities right now. It's also a card of trust, patience, and just stabilizing things. Don't become overly serious or heavy at this time, or overly materialistic. This is another thing which can come into your home life as well. But it really is also about spending time in nature, close to the earth, and also being grounded at this time, and just spending time in your garden if you've got a garden, or in nature. Also very important, and to really enjoy that environment at this time. Then in the 4th house we have Cancer, I feel. So the 4th house is the house of, 5th house. This is the house of recreational activities of all kinds. So this is fun recreational activities, whatever they may be for you, whether it's sports or some other kind of activity. It's also the house of children, whether they're your children or somebody else's children that you're associated with now. So children of all kinds in your environment. It's also the house of your creativity, your creative expression, your individuality, your originality, how you go about things in your daily life. It can be artistic as well, but creativity is a broader spectrum, because we use our creativity in all forms, every day of our lives, and that's not necessarily artistic. Okay, so it's creative expression, your stamp, how you go about things. It's also the house of love affairs. So how that may be unfolding for you. There is a risk element to this house as well, so you could be involved in risk-taking, like stock exchange or stock market activities, or it could also be gambling. So now with this coming on, this Cancer, I feel, this is very much a feeling card. It's a home, it's a family card. It's a high sensitivity. It could also be deep love coming in for you, protection, nurturing, and harnessing your own wisdom at this time. So whether this is in relation to an activity you're busy with, or a love relationship, or to do with your children, or just to do with yourself right now. But it's also about being resilient right now. You may need to assist your children with that at this time. But there's protection, there's nurturing, family and home is going to be important. Your moods and your habits may be important, or your children's moods and your habits, or something to do with that going on in this house. Perhaps changes are required. Cycles occur with this because it's ruled by the moon. You may need to spend time in retreat periodically, or your children may need to as well, just to recenter and rebalance. So a periodic retreat, which did come up in the first house as well. You could also be involved in a secret love, or have a very deep bond with somebody in this house. So it could be a child, or it could be a lover. So a secret love or a very deep bond. Family and domestic issues are highly indicated with this card. So that may be coming up for you right now. Also female issues, or female wisdom, or women's wisdom, or women issues. Pregnancy can also come in, because it's the fifth house, it's everything to do with children, so that can be conception as well. Or it could be that you're birthing a new idea of some kind, if you're using your creativity at this time for a project. Highly indicated, very creative sign. You could also be using your creativity with older types of objects, like antiques, or upcycling certain things which using an older item for something new. Something like that could be coming in for you. It's also about memories, this card. You may be having a little trip down memory lane at this time. This card can also be, when it comes to activities, this can also be about culinary arts. So perhaps you want to enjoy a cookery course, or enjoy a culinary course of some kind, but it's also about nurturing your food and your diet and all aspects around that. Perhaps it's to do with your children as well. Then in the fifth house we have in the sixth house we have North Node, life's purpose. Sixth house is the house of work, workplace, work colleagues. It can also be your work routines, everything to do with your workplace. And it's also the house of health and diet and lifestyle, and it's the house of pets. So with this coming in, what it's saying is that the North Node, life's purpose, is a beautiful card to be having in here. Very positive karma coming in for you. This is gifts, rewards. It can also be swift changes. So you may have a change of job, or some change of workplace, or work environment in some kind or some way, but it's very much a positive karma coming in for you. Gifts and rewards, doors opening. So there's destiny, there's a destiny aspect to this as well. So doors opening for you, right place, right time coming in again. Growth, purpose, very much forward movement with this card. Hidden talents could also be coming up at this time, and that does come up later in your 10th house as well, which is the house of career. So you could be accessing hidden talents at this time, which you perhaps weren't aware of before, or they just weren't, you knew about them, but you hadn't harnessed them perhaps. So it's very much about harnessing that. This card is about moving you forward on your path, moving you forward in a direction which is all about the future. There's fulfillment, that potential with this card. Emotional security, wealth can come in with this card. Also connecting with your soul tribe, or people that are connected to you karmically in some way. So these people are important to you, and you have a deep bond or some kind of deep connection with them at this time. It's also, you could be that you're going into your own business or some sort of professional venture at this time. That may be coming in for you as well. There's potential for greatness really with this card. Something may end in this house. Something may end, but it will be replaced with something much better. So when it comes to your lifestyle and your health and your diet, as I said, the positive changes coming in there as well. Something could come in for you, perhaps the ending of an illness or something that you've been grappling with, and now you're finding the solution, or you're finding the way forward now. So it's very much about very much about moving forward, making progress. So I would expect good health, or at least to be on the right path with that. It's also about inner strength as well, and making progress. Actually, all good things come with this card. So you really could be making progress in some way, or making changes, but for the better. Then in the 7th house we have Aries, I am. So with this card coming in, the 7th house is the house of your relationships. So this is your close personal relationships. It can also be a partnership at this time. Like a business partnership. The 7th house is very much about relating, all forms of relating. So however that is working out for you at this time. So with the Aries I Am card, this is very much a moving forward card again. This is all about zest, lust, passion, and even hot-blooded sort of action, feeling stirred, lots of energy, and it could even be leadership as well. So if it's to do with a love relationship, then it's self-explanatory. You're going after what you want, and you may have to compete a little bit on that, in some way, or it could just be that you know exactly what you want and you're now going after it. But there's quick movement with this card. It's quick, and you may just have to take a leap of some kind or a test of will in this. But it really is about going after what you want. But in order to get the best result from this, you need to cooperate with the other person for best results. So it also is about being responsible and disciplined. This is measured action. You need to avoid sort of rash action at this time. It must be sort of measured action to get the best out of the situation. So once the quick movement comes in and you've now got to move forward, then move forward with purpose in this. But you're going to be feeling stirred, however that works out for you. I would say just avoid, it's going to be uncharted territory, this, because this is an exploratory, pioneering energy. So there may be elements of this relationship which you have not perhaps had to be involved with before, you haven't encountered before, or you're just required to really step up in some way. So it's uncharted territory. But you've got the vision for it, and you know what you want, and you know how to go for it. But it's disciplined and measured action, and be responsible about your actions as well. So avoid rash behavior or quick temper, rushing as well, and avoid conflict as well with this. So it's about working with the other person to move the relationship forward, whether this is a personal love relationship or a business partnership. But there's lots of zest, lots of action, and if it is a love relationship, very passionate, very, very passionate relationship, this, and you don't want it to burn out in a flash, because the 7th house is normally committed relationships. This is not, a love affair. This is the next step. This is the more committed relationship, more like marriage and engagement and so on. So really, this is the next level. Then in the 8th house, as I said, we have lunar eclipse change. So the 8th house is about the merging of your emotional and material resources with another in a relationship. So this can be a love relationship, or it could be a partnership as well. So it's to do with that. It's very much the finance house, big finance. So this is investments, inheritances, insurances, taxes, assets, banking, accounting, legacies, and even anything to do with any kind of inheritance energy as well. But it's also about other people's resources, so handling those in some way. It's also the house of endings and beginnings. It has that energy to it. It's also the house of sexuality. So this is sexuality as in the deeper meaning of that. Whether you're in a partnership or a relationship or not, it's the deeper levels of that. So now with a lunar eclipse change coming in, because you had the solar eclipse in your 2nd house, I do feel that this is a change across the board mostly to do with finances in some way. It could also be relocation of some kind, or some kind of shifts to do with that. But it certainly is money related, but it could also be partnership or relationship related as well, or maybe it's both. Maybe the two are going hand in hand at this time. So this is a longer term. This can, once the event has occurred, and it will be an upheaval of some kind, but the upheaval can be to something, to a deeper level of something, or to a higher level of something, or something may end and then you move forward into another situation. So it can be that as well. But it really is it really is a shift that once the shift has occurred, it can wrap up within 6 weeks, or it can unfold over a period of 6 months. So you could be working on this over a period of time. But normally with this card coming in, this is an inevitable change. So something that has been going on in this house, something is kind of bubbling over, something that was going down and is now coming into its full. It's going to really come up to be noticed now. Something is going to rise to the surface, and it requires a radical approach or new action. So it could be very abrupt, but it could be something that you knew about as well. So bubbling over, or it could just come for you, a quick, sudden, inevitable change, but very abrupt. But it's going to bring in the new for you. So it's best to approach whatever it is with calmness. It's going to bring in a new attitude. It's going to transform things. If it is a relationship, it's going to be transformative. So it could bring in a transformative relationship, or the relationship that you have had is going to transform in some way. So this could be either a deepening or a moving to a new level, or it could end. Okay, so those are the scope of it. But it could also just be going to a new level of some kind, a deeper level, more commitment, more interaction on a material and emotional level. The sexual side of it could be deeper and more committed. But if it's a business partnership, then it certainly will be money. It's the merging of your resources into some kind of deeper commitment, or it could transform and end. So, but it's also a change of direction in some ways. You could be going in a new direction with this person or with this venture, whatever it is. But a new perspective, new attitude. It could come as a result of a crisis. So through this crisis, some kind of change occurs, but it will be for the best. It could also be that you're making a big purchase of some kind, and this is really going to change things up for you. It could all be, you could be making changes connected to a larger goal. Okay, so that could be really transforming things for you. Old habits could fall away, and if you're merging your resources and emotional and material with somebody else, that certainly can happen. But it could also be a monetary thing, an old habit, an old situation that you've had could fall away now, and the new comes in. It could also be awareness of what needs to change, or awareness of a sudden realization of some kind. But there are cycles with this. If you do lose something with this card, if something is lost during this cycle, then more than likely it will come back around again, and it will normally come back better than what you had before. Then in the ninth house, we have void of course moon. So the ninth house is quite a broad house. This is the house of, it's the house of intuition, really. It's also about wisdom and the search for meaning and purpose. But it covers a great many other things. It covers international travel as well, and an interaction with all things foreign, whether this is foreign people, foreign countries, foreign cultures, foreign businesses, import, export, that sort of thing. It's also the house of further education and study, which is university level or adult education. It's also all themes and all studies and everything to do with philosophy, religion, belief systems, and deeper understanding of that. You could be studying that or learning more about it, or just exploring your own beliefs in these things. But it's also very much about the law. So it could be that you're studying the law, or you could be involved in a legal matter of some kind. The higher courts are indicated in this house. It could also be a relationship to in-laws, are going through some sort of issue right now. It could also just be that you are busy with aspects to do with teaching, publishing, and promotional work or PR work of some kind. So aspects to do with that could be coming in for you as well. But there's an exploration and adventure aspect to this house as well. So now with this card coming in, void of course, moon missing, what it's saying is that at this time in this house, there may be a period during the month where you just need to not be taking action. It could affect the whole month, or it could just be a period during the month. But it's not a time to be taking new action or new undertakings at this time in this house particularly. So just stay with your normal routine. Just stay as you are during this, when this energy is in play. It should only be about a week, but maybe it will be longer. This is a wonderful time for meditation and for contemplation. So it's an energy of wait, just wait a while, rest, make your plans, sleep, and just rest in general. Plan things, dream things up, see how things are going to go, but don't take action on them until the energy has shifted. So just if there's stuff going on around you, just let matters sort themselves out. Because the energy that comes with void of course moon missing is basically if you start something new or take a new action during the energy of this card, you could experience delays, frustrations, cancellations, wrong result or no result. Also vagueness, things are just not sorted out. Mistakes can be made, and you can also have a false start. So you could start something and be in it for a short while, and then it changes and you have to shift, and now you've got to do something else. And it will be better, but it's just that changing of, getting yourself psyched to start something, and then it doesn't happen, or it changes and now you've got to start something else. So it's an energy of waiting and planning until the energies have shifted, and then you can move forward. So no new action or undertakings, just continue with your normal routine while this energy is in play. In the 10th house, we have a beautiful card, Sun Spirit, coming in for you. This is a lovely card, beautiful card to be having in your 10th house. This is the house of career and reputation, fame, public status. It's also the house of authority figures. So this could be an authority figure in your life now, whether it's a parent or somebody else. It could be a mentor or somebody in your career, or just somebody you look up to right now. It can also be an authoritative organization as well. But with this card coming in, it's a very optimistic card. It's the most optimistic and positive card out there. It brings in beautiful energy, optimism, confidence. It can make you incredibly charismatic at this time, or you could be really involved in that time, just feeling drawn to something. It's a card of wisdom. It's a card of leadership. You may be required to take leadership in some way. It's a card of inspiration. You may be inspiring others at this time, especially if you are in a leadership role. You could be in the spotlight for some reason. So you may be, it may be an impromptu thing that occurs, and suddenly you have to step in the spotlight. It may be unexpected. You could be asked to do something at the last minute or in an unexpected way, and you really ace it, and suddenly you're being noticed. Or you could just be asked to do something which you hadn't expected to do. Or you could just be receiving recognition and rewards and being noticed at this time. So in the spotlight, it could be awards that are coming to you, some kind of notice. You could be standing really bright, shining bright at this time, exhibiting a lot of light, shining a lot of light, and it's really going to be noticed. Your vitality is going to be very strong. So you're going to be very influential at this time. Use that influence with care. Use it in a very mature way, and avoid sort of arrogance or anything to do with that. It's a very mature, way to be handling things. Get organized at this time, because you may be needing that right now, especially if you're in a leadership role. But you really are going to be shining bright at this time. It's a wonderful energy to be coming for you. Very influential at this time you may be. But it may just be a time to shine bright. If you're involved in the stage or acting or any kind of profession where this is required from you to be shining bright in whatever sphere it may be, really, cannot get better. So really, this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to stand in your power. There's a lot of creativity that comes with this card. Children come in with this card. Perhaps you're involved with children in some way. It's also a card of authority. You could have somebody in your life who is exhibiting this at this time, who's very charismatic, got a wonderful leadership role in your life, exhibits a lot of wisdom. It could be a partner or somebody that you're involved with this right now, which you're looking up to, who's kind of got very mature, very wise outlook and who's going to assist you in some way. So like a mentor or a guru, or just somebody, an authoritative figure in your life who's really going to shine a light in your life, who's going to be very authoritative and is going to assist you, and you're going to learn a lot from this person who's really going to help you at this time, or just guide you, or just be a guiding light for you. Or they may be enhancing you in some way so that you shine brightly. So they may be assisting you with that. It's very much a yes card. So if you're wanting a yes in this 10th house, if you're needing a sort of a sign for this house, this is the yes card. Also, the summer months may be very important for you. It could be an event or a party of some kind, something that you're planning or you're going to be involved in some way, or something, some kind of event or sort of party, and you may be planning it, or you may be involved in it, or you're just looking forward to it very much at this time, but it could fall in the summer months. But get organized, be mature about how you go about things. You are being noticed, and it's your time to be in the sun. In the 11th house, we have Neptune sacrifice. So this is a sort of a different energy altogether, but it's coming into your house of friendships, and it's coming into your house of your contacts and your networks, and any kind of group activity, any sort of activity you may be involved in, whether it's a society or an association or a club, could even be a sports club, any kind of a situation where you are with others in a group endeavor. It's also the house of monitoring trends in society. So that may be a profession for you, or it may be something to do with your hobbies and your interests, because that is also covered in this house. Your personal hobbies, your interests, your vision, your vision for yourself, your hopes, your dreams, and so on. It's also the house of global consciousness, group consciousness, and, as I said, trends. But also very much about friendship. So this could be affecting you in some way. What you may have to make a sacrifice in this house. It's normally an ego sacrifice, so you may have to let go of something for the greater good. So it could be an ego sacrifice of some kind, which is going to then help in some way, but it's going to be for the greater good. Or you could be seeing this in a friendship or in some other situation that is around you currently. And you may have to just let go of something at this time. It could also be that under the rays of Neptune, sometimes a veil is drawn over things. So you could also not be seeing the truth, or seeing things clearly at this time. So just be careful. Just be very clear about what you're doing and what you're saying. And be careful that you don't see something as one way, and in fact, under the light of Neptune, it's not that way at all. So just be careful with that. You could also be deceived at this time. So there could be a bit of confusion. Things are not clear. There could be deception going on right now. But it can also be self-deception. So you could be self-sabotaging at this time, or you could be doing something which is leading to some form of self-undoing, or you are seeing it in a friendship or in a group activity that you're with at this time. So you could be seeing it. Yeah, it could be bringing up all kinds of issues to do with boundaries. Make sure your boundaries are firm. This person that is around you could be exhibiting victim mentality. They could be sucking your energy in, going through various types of crises, and you're getting sucked into that. So your boundaries may need to be firm at this time. So just be careful that you're not being a victim, or that you're being sucked into victim mentality, whether it's yourself or somebody else. You could be taken advantage of at this time with that. So just make sure your boundaries are clear. There could be secrets coming out at this time. Neptune can stir up all kinds of scandals as well. There could be scandals going on in a group activity, or something to do with a friend, or something could come out. There could be a deception going on, or it could just be that things are just not clear really at this time, and you need to be clear about your boundaries. The one thing that is with this card, it's a wonderful card for accessing the divine, for getting downloads, sort of connecting to your divinity. But it could also be that you may be channeling at this time for others. But it's really, you can access incredible inspiration, imagination, levels of fantasy which are spectacular, and this may be very important for you if you are an artist or if you're in the film industry. Film industry is governed by Neptune. Glamour comes with this card, so there could be glamorous circumstances going on which are deceptive. Be careful of that. Or it could be just that you're getting swept up into this environment right now, which may be beneficial for you. But just be careful with this, as again, the other side of it is getting caught up in things like addictions or too much alcohol, or your allergies may be rising up as a result of certain things. All of those toxins, poisons, all of that does also come in with Neptune. So just be aware of the environment as well. Or if you get caught up into the film industry or some kind of glamorous situation going on, a glamorous industry or a profession, that you don't get sucked into that. This card can also mean that you may just need a bit of privacy at this time, with your own personal hopes and dreams and wishes. Keep them to yourself. Don't share them with everybody, because sometimes you lose power when you do that. So just be aware of that. Keep things private for now. You may need to spend time in privacy just to recharge your batteries, and just get on with your own things right now, to contemplate and to get on with your own particular inner work. It also may be that you need to spend time near water, or you may be spending time near water. Perhaps it's a group activity or something to do with your hobbies and your interests, or however, or with a friend. You may just need to be taking a trip to a water body of some kind, whether it's a lake or a river or the ocean. Then in the 12th house, we have a beautiful card, another beautiful card coming in for you, Jupiter return benefits. So the Jupiter return card is all about sort of something coming to fruition for you. So in the 12th house is the house of the unconscious, which really rules a vast majority of our life. So it's everything that's going on in your unconscious, whether it's a motivation or a drive, or some kind of mechanics going on underneath there. And it's also about your spiritual life, your meditation, your mysticism, your healing, everything to do with that, whether you're involved in that as a profession, or you're undertaking that for yourself, or you're just interested in it, however it plays out for you. It's also the house of a retreat and withdrawal. So when you need to go and reflect and retreat, you go to the 12th house. It's also the house of escapism of all kinds. So this can be just having too much fun and not really wanting to buckle down and do your work, which can come in with Jupiter. So just escape. It can also be, this 12th house can also cover addictions of all kinds, so just be aware of that. Resolutions and endings, that may also come in for you. It's also the house of service to others. That may be a profession for you at this time. Karmic lessons coming with this house. It can also be the house of meeting twin flames at this time. So now, having said all that, with the Jupiter return benefits, I feel that this 12th house energy for you is about an abundance of some kind coming to you. So this could be purely unconscious. So this could be you really having a change of mindset. So like being more positive, more open, seizing the moment, just really coming out of yourself and feeling much more joy and contentment and happiness. That could all be coming out for you at this time. But it could also be about seizing the day, seizing the moment, rising to the occasion, and really pulling out all the stops for yourself. It's got a very flirtatious energy about it, this card, so you could be doing that. Flirt, however it is, whatever is appropriate for you. Lift yourself up out of where you have been, or you could just be in circumstances which are going to do that for you now. With a return, Jupiter return, something from between 10 and 12 years, or maybe even sooner, may come back and bear fruit of some kind. Something comes back to you. This could be an old plan, or an old idea, or an old relationship even, or it could even be something that you were trying to do or wanted to do way back, may come back for you now, and now you get a chance to actually work with it. Or it could just be that areas of your life are now starting to bear fruit. which is very indicative of your chart at this time. So something is bearing fruit for you here. There's opportunities, there's rewards coming in for you, freedom even, freedom from things, relief or rescue from a situation. It can also bring strength, faith in, very much a Jupiter thing as well. So you could be requiring that at this time if you're going through some sort of situation, or you want to, you've been through a difficult time and now you're going to be rising out of that. But really it's going to lift you up. It's also a card of generosity. So you could be feeling very generous at this time and spreading the love around, which is great, wonderful thing to be doing. It's also the card of earned luck. So this is like karma, positive karma coming to you as well. It could also be good fortune in some way. Now fortune can be money, but it can be other things. You could just be really fortunate in some way. It's also the card of aspiration, achievement, improvements across the board. Really improvements, but it starts internally, and as you improve, various things improve, you may just be lifted out and then it affects you externally. You could be having a new love come into your life at this time, or it could be the return of a romantic partner fully into your life, or it could just be another relationship which is coming in for you, whether it's somebody you knew, an old friend or something like that, or just some other relationship which you knew before, or it could be a new one coming in for you. It's another yes card coming in for you, so you've had this a couple of times now. It really is a very, very positive card. But whatever comes in, it will be quick. The opportunities that come in, they come quickly with this card. So you might just find that you may just have to seize, as I said, seize the moment, grab hold of it quickly, follow all opportunities that are coming in for you, really grasp whatever is coming in for you at this time. Overindulgence may come in for you with this as well, so just be aware of that. Too much of anything really, too much of anything, that is Jupiter, over the top. You could also get carried away with something and not, you need to harness, with Jupiter return, you need to harness the opportunities that come in for you with this card. It's very, very important. And anchor down whatever is coming in for you. Go after whatever comes in for you. And even if it's just feelings of incredible freedom and happiness, harness that and put it to good use in your chart. Okay, Aries, hope you enjoyed that different setting tonight. Looks like a action-packed month coming in for you. I do hope it will be great. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and take care, and I will see you next time.